Hello, I'm Penny Melville-Brown from Baking Blind. My first career was in the Royal Navy until I lost my sight. So it was a real honour to win the Holman Prize that commemorates James Holman, who, like me, was blinded while serving in the Navy, and he went on to travel all over the world. I hope I've honoured James Holman by following in his footsteps and finding some of his sense of adventure. Hello, it's Penny Melville-Brown again from Baking Blind, and I've got Sue with me today from Bannister Park, and she is going to show me how to make the fastest coffee and walnut cake in the world. Yes?
Yes, I will try.
And Sue, you don't have any sight either, do you?
I don't have any sight at all.
The all-in-one method?
Yes, that means that you put all the ingredients into the bowl together. So you don't do the butter and sugar first and so on, but you put everything in at once.
And we've never made this before in a food processor, have we?
No, we haven't.
So we're going to be really a bit bold.
Absolutely.
So if it doesn't work, we'll blame the food processor.
Yeah.
So
okay.
In there I've got the eggs and the coffee flavouring.
Correct.
So I'm just going to whiz that together. Sue, what have we got in the bowl there to add?
Right, we have got flour, caster sugar, butter and baking powder.
So whack it in.
Right.
It's taken us longer to measure this than to make the cake. And we've been using the most irritating pair of talking scales in the world. Not only are they impertinent, but they're very, very slow. What did you think of them?
I'm not very impressed, no.
No. People seem to think that blind people are slow. Actually, we're quite quick. So everything's in. Here we go for a blast. So I'm just giving it a scrape down to make sure there's nothing stuck up the sides of the processor. I gave the bowl a scrape down before the final whiz. That's taken us all of less than a minute. And now the most complicated bit for you and me is trying to get it out of this food processor.
Into the tins.
Into the tins. I think you'll be surprised how much is around the edges in this, and it'll probably work out okay.
Yeah.
The cakes went into the oven.
Right, we're now going to make the butter icing for the filling for the cake, so the top and the middle bit of the cake.
And you reckon 4 ounces of butter?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to weigh it straight in to the food processor bowl. Let me just find it so I don't scoop it onto the work surface. Let's see what that says.
71 grams.
This is a much more polite set of scales. But I'm going to make him go to ounces.
Ounce. Grams. Ounce. Grams. Ounce.
But he's not that obedient.
3/8 ounces.
We whizzed the sieved icing sugar with the butter.
This is the icing that we're making, and we're going to pour in the coffee
Much as you like, Milk.
to make it nice and strong.
I'm just giving this a wipe down so that it will mix better, because my superior training chef has told me it's not mixing very well, so it's all my fault. Alexa, stop! While the icing was chilling, Sue told me all about herself. Sue, you're a Brailleist. How does that help you in the kitchen?
I use Braille labels on all my spices and all ingredients. So here we have 3 containers that we've used today.
Yes.
This one has got written on it caster sugar, that has got self-raising flour, and this one here on the side has got icing sugar in Braille.
When did you learn Braille?
I learnt Braille when I was about 14 years of age. When I
Right.
went away to a special school.
I didn't lose my sight until I was in my 40s, and that they said that if I didn't learn Braille by my early 50s, which of course I'm only just in my early 50s, that the tips of my fingers wouldn't be sensitive enough to...
I think that's very true, actually.
Yes.
It is much harder when you get older.
Yeah.
It's something you develop, so that the younger you start, the better.
So I use sort of pens that read barcodes,
Right.
which are quite useful, but you've got to get the pen and you've got to take it to this and you've got to, to find the barcode. So it's quite laborious. So Braille, if you've got the option, is really useful in the kitchen.
Yeah. I have a Braille recipe book here, I've got a lot of recipe books, and I follow the recipe in Braille.
Yeah.
Which for me is great. I like to follow it step by step.
But don't you get little greasy fingerprints all over them?
Yes, you do, but I'm constantly washing my hands.
Yes.
So
me
that
too.
I don't get muck over them.
Yeah.
But I find it very irritating when my fingers are dirty when I'm cooking, so I'm constantly washing them.
And if I sent you a recipe, could you print it out in Braille?
I could Braille it out, yes.
Oh, that would be good.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I could be in your book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. That would be wonderful.
So the only problem with Braille recipe books and all books is that they're very bulky. This particular cookery book is in 5 volumes of this size. That's 1 volume of a recipe book,
So
of
this
which
is-
there are 5.
That's a lot of library space,
exactly.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The cakes were done and we tested them.
So it needs to be springy to the touch.
They
and
are springy.
They've risen.
They are lovely. The cakes were cooled, so Sue filled them with the buttercream.
Just spreading the
Yep.
butter.
Trying to
Icing,
make it even.
making it even and taking it to the edges. Getting it even when you can't see is not the easiest, but we'll have a jolly good go.
I think you have to use the fingertip method, don't you?
You do, actually.
Sue had cracked all the walnuts herself.
Putting walnuts on the top
Evenly.
evenly is a very difficult thing for a blind person to do. I would say put them in about 1 inch.
It was a very hot day, so the icing was melting. We put the cake back in the fridge so it could chill, and then we served ourselves some delicious slices. So much.
Proof is in the eating, but
You're absolutely right.
thank you very much for your help.
No, thank you for showing me. Next time I've got a special visitor from America cooking with